Hi everybody and welcome back to Hex Token Channel. Hope everyone's having a great time as always. Here we are folks, hex.com. Let's get straight into it and results for day number 7. folks, 767, 7th of January 2022, and the price up 4.3%, second day. Nice. 22.2 cents a US. That's pretty cool. Let's jump forward and see how everything else is going. Return on investment multiplier, all-time low. The 5th of January 2020 is 3,943x. And of course, that excludes staking. And look at these payouts, folks. Oh my gosh, I've been talking about this nonstop. Here we are. 6.249 hex per T-share. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Having checked out the Power of T-shares presentation, check that out with Patrick and Abit. Very, very cool. That's on this channel. T-share price $4,496 to get T-share at the moment, of course. And let's have a look here. T-share rate 20,198, up 6.5. Some nice increases over the last 5 days. Very, very cool. And the average stake length in 6.08 years. Very nice. Don't forget, I've heard a couple of commentators on this. The main reason why this is going up is because a lot of big stakes were ending with shorter stakes, and so that means the remaining stakes are longer. Of course, some more people are staking longer. Really, it's these big stakes short up that have moved us so strongly up there. Annual percentage yield rate, interest and early in-stake penalties, 40%. Nice. So I love those returns. Just stellar. Liquidity in the pool gone down 136.47. So back here on the 763, we had a jump in 160 million. So maybe a whale trying to suppress the price movement there for the day and then removed it. So looks like that's the case for that PulseX Sac price. 136.5 million today though. And of course, not a lot when you think about it. You could get, like I say, maybe you can't even get 6.5, 7,000 T-shares from all that, even if you sold it all down to zero, assuming you could, of course. All right, liquidity pool 29.5 million, and of course, liquidity in the pool 1,435 ETH. Nice. All right, let's have a look there. And total, obviously, price of ETH falling too. The market is really moving down there. Valuations 13.46 billion. Market cap 128.49 billion. And of course, includes the origin of wallets and T market, T share market cap 47.7 billion. Nice, up with the price as well. T shares 10.6 million, and down 2,000. So it's about a third of the liquid supply in Uniswaps to get those T shares. So some crazy stuff there. Very cool to be a staker, of course, as you know, I love it. And total supply 637.6 billion, and mint inflation 19.1 million today. Remember, a lot of the inflation is pretty modest. It gets deferred well into the future. Circulating supply is 577.2 billion, up 104 million. So that's a big move in the liquidity circulating supply today. Let's see, stake supply 60.4 billion, and that's down 85 million. So there we are. There's some of the explanation there for the big increase in circulating supply. GA numbers pretty flat there. Still over $1 billion there, sitting in the good accounting, and 9.48% staked. I mean, that's just the lowest I've seen it for. That is just crazy. That's amazing. Look how high it used to be back 30 days ago, up here at 47. I mean, this is what we were expecting a lot of time, but now we're down at 9.48% stake. That's incredible. So congratulations if you're a staker, because you're killing it. You're killing it through this PulseX sacrifice phase, and a lot of stakes early in staking they're putting into PulseX. They're wanting to try and speculate on the big returns, which as we know, looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Payout, of course, if you're staking though, you're going to reap the rewards from the penalties. Payout 66.3 million, and it's deferred inflation. Penalties 5.6 million. Another great day in the office, folks. PulseX is driving these numbers. The total holders 405,980, and that's up 535, so pretty nice. Stakers up, it's a good number, 113. Another triple day there in a row, up to 73,974. Total stakers 93,996, up 151, and current holders 278,486, up 109. Very cool. Those are day 767. Still loving it as a staker. Very cool. Let's have a look at the price, of course. What was I looking at there? Why is it time? Let me have a look at Hex on the USDC version 3 pool, and we're going to check that out. So let me just jump over there. We'll pull that up and let's have a look. 22.6 cents at the moment, so not too bad. And you know, big zigzagging around here. We actually got up, you know, about 23.4 cents. So if you're sacrificing up here, you're doing a bit better, of course. And so we'll see where this leads. Still got a bit of time for the PulseX there as well. So let's have a look at the liquidity in the T-shares. $4,582 for the buy T-shirt at the moment. We've got 85.7% in USDC, and with USDC version 3 dominating with the liquidity there. T-shares just sort of moving up a little bit here. Price of HEX moving up a bit, and of course the share rate moving up to the right. So those all going well. Adoption has picked up, staking and wallets, nice, and the payouts have been spectacular, as we know. Very, very cool. This is the 15-year global maturing stakes. We're going to look at the front, as we always do, the first 6 months up to about there. So we're going to look at that. So let's get into that. Bam, here we are. And of course, we've got this stake coming out, 550 million. These are all relatively short stakes that were restaked. So the 9th of January that's coming out, and obviously strategically placed there. And then we've got these two ones here, 30th of January, 1st of January, February, sorry, 390 and 382 respectively. And then we've got the one that was also strategically placed, restaked to the 28th of February after the, after the PulseX sacrifice period. So it's 431,000 T-shares there. You know, the total was 10.6 million. So interesting. Then we've got a big gap, of course, all the way through to the big original candle, 1 billion there, 9th of May. So looking good though, out into the future there. There's the 6 months chart, of course, and yeah, looking better, starting to break up. I love it. All right, let's jump over to the HEX Wildbot. We had 1.2 million sold 15 hours ago, 2.6 million sold 15 hours ago. We had a 1 million early unstake, some of our penalties there. We had 220 early unstake penalties, 800,000 HEX early penalties there, and dollars up there, sorry, and then penalty payout. Now some more penalties, lots of breaking ones there. That was it. Those are kind of the highlights, all those breaking penalties. So lots of people early breaking the stakes for the PulseX is the general theme there. Let's jump over to PulseChain, and of course we're waiting for PulseChain. Super fast and super cheap. Also biggest airdrop in crypto history, as well as supporting PulseX with the biggest yield farming history. It's going to be a mad, crazy good. Let's have a look at PulseChain. Of course, we had some updates on goalposts. Go-Pulse there. So some of the architecture there getting upgraded. Very, very cool. Let's have a look at PulseChain itself. 3-second blocks running pretty nice. 268,814 transactions so far. Just ticking away there. So nice. Getting tested. They're very cool. Let's have a look at, let's move to PulseX now, and we'll have a look at the updated numbers. Let's have a look here. 429.8, so 430. We're basically on 430, so 430. We're about at 445 at the moment, if we include non-Ethereum, around 445 million, which is fantastic. So really cool. Let's jump over to let's have a look at the time frame left. You got 1 day and 23 hours to go, so just under 2 days before the 5% increase gets on. So still got a bit of time. Let's see whether the HEX price can rise a little bit. And of course, the last day I think is going to be a massive sacrifice on that day. Once they get into the final day there, especially those final hours, going to be pretty mad crazy. So we'll see what happens there. And let's jump over to PulseX.info. If you want to sacrifice, here is the official site. All the links are in the video description. So cool. PulseX.info. Very easy to follow. Let's have a look here. So we're going to refresh. This is PulseX Leads, third party, and you can donate at the top right there if you want to support the channel. So once again, the very cool numbers. No change in the top leaderboard. Possibly expecting another big whale to come in and sacrifice. We'll see whether they actually do that in the next 2 days, most likely. So we'll see whether they actually do that. And let's jump to the total. We're going to go to so far HEX sacrifice on the ETH chain, 936 million, folks. We're not far away from 1 billion, and that's awesome. That's stuff that's going to go off the circulating supply. That's super bullish for the price a longer term. So nice, very cool. And that's in addition to a Pulse chain sacrifice earlier back in July, beginning of August. Let's have a look at the timeline. We are ticking along on PulseChain testnet 2.0, and of course we're up to day number 27. Yeah, up to day number 27 on PulseChain testnet. So very cool. Oh, it's almost 4 weeks, isn't it? So very cool. We did 77 days of PulseChain testnet 1.0, and currently up to 27 days on PulseChain testnet 2.0, and expecting a PulseChain 3 to happen at some stage. We'll see when it stops and starts, respectively. PulseX is just moving along, and of course we started back here, and we are just moving through. What are we on? We've just finished day 9, so we're in day 10 now. So in day 10, so ticking along there, folks. Very, very cool. And we'll see how we get on with that. All right, so looking forward to that. Hope you guys, let's jump over to the next one. We got the Hexpo conference. The first day was great. I think I watched most of the hours, missed a little bit here and there, but other than that, Power T-shirts, of course, was awesome, and I posted the summary of that on the video. I'll post part 2 later on today. And of course, day 2 is about to start in 30 minutes, so you can start off with the price with the crypto coffee and others. That's going to be pretty cool, so definitely check that out. You can see day 2 on the roster here. Maybe you can pause your video. You can see all the speakers and the panels and the topics there in day 2 right there. All right, very, very cool. Don't forget to follow Hex Token on Getter. Free speech and crypto, perfect combination. And over 1 million new users in a week following Joe Rogan sign up. So growing really nicely there. All right, very cool. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, hit the bell, and I will catch you later on, of course, in today's live stream at the end of the Hexpo conference. All right, take care now. Bye for now.